Hi everyone, it's been a while since I recorded the last video. I've been involved in some projects and all that. I was reviewing some bikes like this one for my Brazilian channel, but today I'm going to introduce you guys our reporter, something like that in California. His name is Sanchez. So, you know Sanchez. The word is correspondent, right? So, I'd like to introduce you guys Sanchez, our correspondent in California.
Vamos lá, galera. Alright, let's go for the first video. The intro to Pqp USA. Hey everyone, my name is Sanchez. I am from Brazil. That's where I met the guys from Pqp. And let me tell you a little bit about myself so you understand why I'm here talking to you. So I've been a contributor for Pqp Brazil for a couple of years now. As I mentioned to you, or maybe I have not. Well, I'm a mountain biker and more of the gravity side of things. I have a downhill background and currently I race enduro. So the Pqp guys, they're more on the, the lycra side of things. They are more of a roadies and cross-country riders. So back in Brazil, I was living in Rio. Every now and then I would host them and take them to some gnarlier trails. Just open up the horizons and show what we have on the gravity side of things. I've been riding bikes, I've been mountain biking since 1993. So a good 25 years. In the industry I've been since 2001. I got into the industry when I was in collegiate racing. I went to school here in the US at San Diego State, where I raced collegiate. And over there I really got a hang of racing. I ended up racing in the summer at the Norba, which doesn't exist anymore. And if you know what Norba means, I'm giving up my age. I'm 35. I started racing downhill. I even raced triathlon, off-road triathlon, regular triathlon, but downhill was always my thing. I even got to race a couple of World Cups when I was in Europe. I lived there for a while, but I was completely out of place. I never even qualified for any of the World Cups. I was always there, But it was good because it gave me a lot of experience. So when I moved back to the US, I was at a semi-pro level and I continued racing, but I ended up taking racing more of a hobby, semi-serious hobby kind of thing. Of course, I train, I take care of my bike, I prepare myself to races, but I don't make a living off of it. I do work with mountain bikes, so I do like to share my knowledge with you guys, so that way, I can have people stoked on the best bike that they could ride.
Eusébio, você quer aparecer no enquadramento, cara? Aguenta com esse teu rabo aí, cara.
Now, this is my man cave. That's where I keep my bikes. That's my commuter bike to go to school, get things done here in Davis. Obviously, my enduro bike. I have a Hightower LT, 29er, with 150mm front and back. It's full on stock. Comes out of the box just like that, and it's been running great. And that's my road slash, well, it's actually my gravel bike, but I've been using it a lot as a road bike. Been riding a lot just on pavement, and yeah, I'm keeping my flat pedals on that thing too. So those are my three bikes. Let me tell you about a trip that I took with this bike here down in San Diego. It's one of the first tips that I have for you on destinations here in California, where to go to ride a bike. And let me share you some of my experiences over there, because most people, when they think of San Diego, they think of surfing, great Mexican food, and maybe some more surfing, but there's actually some great epic mountain biking there, especially if you go to the East County, the city of Alpine and Pine Valley. Now let me tell you about the bike that I took over there. I took my enduro bike, which is the Hightower LT with 150mm front and back, and this thing is stock. It came out of the box. All I did was put my flat pedals on, and that's it. Didn't change a thing, and worked out great over there. Let me tell you why it worked out great in San Diego. and you can check out on the action footage that I have the reasons why that bike worked really well over there.
Sol na cara de novo. Vambora.
All good.
Yeah. Nice. Nice spot, JC. Look at this thing. Woo! So clear.
Beautiful when we dropped in. Yeah.
So clear after the rain. Ooh.
So continuing on San Diego, as you can tell, I'm a big fan of San Diego, graduated from San Diego State. Let me give you a little more precise tips on how to get there and why you should go there. So if you go down there, I suggest staying closer to the beach towns. Yeah, for sure. At night, you know, or whenever. You also want to do other things besides mountain biking. And those things usually get done like in downtown. Plenty of bars, restaurants. Same thing on the beach cities of Ocean Beach, Pacific Beach, La Jolla. As you go north from PB to La Jolla, Solana Beach, Del Mar, then it gets fancier. But back to the mountain biking, the best mountain biking you're going to do, it's going to be east. So again, traveling from the beach cities inland, it's going to take you a good 20 minutes to the closest ones, which are on Mission Trails. Those are close by my alma mater of San Diego State. It's just across the 8 from it, and if you Google it, Mission Trails Park, most of the trails there are on the cross-country side of things. Rolling hills, but nothing too technical. If you want to get to the technical stuff, then you got to keep driving east. You drive to the city of Alpine, and in Alpine, you're going to look for the guys of Alpine Ride Shop. They are really well balanced. They cater to cross-country riders, a little bit of road, but mostly gravity. One of the owners, Chris, he's a gravity rider himself, so make sure Google them. We're gonna actually put the link, the telephone and everything of Alpine Ride Shop, so you guys can contact them. They can definitely point you in the right direction of the trails. And again, if nowadays, like if you just get what is it called, Trail Forks, just download the app. We can also put a link here on the video so you can download the app. Most of the trails are listed there, and you can, if people feed the feedbacks and reviews on the trails, sometimes you can see, oh, last week somebody said that, you know, the trail was too dry or too wet, that kind of thing. Now, continue on San Diego, the tips for San Diego. If you keep driving past Alpine, you're going to be on a slight grade, so you're going to a higher elevation, and then you get to the city of Pine Valley. Now, Pine Valley has some epic trails. The most famous one is Noble Canyon, which is most of the footage that you saw here, the action footage, is from Noble Canyon. You definitely want to go there with a full suspension bike. You can get done with a hardtail with 120 in the front, but you're gonna have more fun if you have at least 120. I was riding on my Hightower LT, which is a full-on enduro bike. It has 150 millimeter. I suggest 130, 140. It depends on the rider. You know, there's a lot of room for discussion, especially when it comes down to preferences. I prefer bikes with slightly less travel, so my 150 millimeter bike was too much travel for over there. But most of my friends that I was riding with, they were like 150, even 170 millimeter bikes. So it goes to show that it has a lot to do with preference. But the main point here for you to take is definitely go with a full suspension bike with at least 120 millimeter. And then the whole wheel size thing, it's up to you. Now make sure you check out the San Diego State telescopes. There are some amazing views from up there, because I don't really know the elevation. Again, you can check it out, but I think it's about maybe 3,000, 4,000 feet. And in the winter time, you do get some snow, which is something that surprises most people because you're in San Diego, in sunny San Diego, Southern California, but you do get some snow there in the winter time. And that's it, my friends. Make sure you download the app that I mentioned to you, Trail Forks. Check out the guys at Alpine Ride Shop. If you go there, stop by the coffee place that they have right there. Look for Brent. All of these names that I'm throwing at you are guys that ride every day. They know the trails. So if you go to San Diego, they are a great resource. I'll leave you guys with some more footage and enjoy it.
Fui ligar a câmera, quase que matei. Climbing, climbing, climbing.